Greetings, everybody. Thank you very much for your precious time in watching this video. To get a better idea of this box being offered up on eBay for your bidding consideration. This is a massive box. I have several examples of these. This one happens to be equipped with a reed organ along with your typical plain combs and rotating cylinder. This one, I believe, well, I'm not that well informed on historically on these boxes. You know, I'm sure there's guys out there, meaning that there's other guys out there that are far more well informed from a historical approach. Manufacturing dates, manufacturers, when they were in business, who worked for them, stuff like that. Tune sheets. So I'll do my best here to describe this box. And if there's anybody out there that's far more well-informed than I am, feel free to chime in with your opinions and suggestions about anything I may be incorrect about. This box, I believe, was made by a company called Griner. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. But apparently that company changed hands, and there's a lot of questions about serial numbers, dating, you know, manufacture, when they was manufactured, tune sheets, etc., etc., etc. Apparently, you know, Griner and Bremond merged at some point, and then Revent came in there somewhere. So, you know, I'll tell you what I think I know, or based on what I've read. But like I said, if anybody out there has any suggestions, feel free to chime in. I've owned this box for a long, long time, years, and I haven't done anything to it. I received it as you see it here today. I really haven't, you know, looked at this box, you know, until I'm shooting this video here, so forgive me. I'm going to kind of inspect it as we go along here. It looks like it had an older restoration, 20, 30 years ago, probably, you know. The box is not in perfect condition, but then again, this box is very, very old. The top and the face of the box apparently have been redone. The sides and the back are typical of what you would see as an original finish. Of course, you got the floral inlay work here, marquetry, whatever you want to call it. It's in excellent condition. It's beautiful. It still retains a lot of its original color. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. All the string inlay here appears to be okay. You know, there's whether it's dirt or what, but anyway, moving on. String inlay is good. I do not have a key for it. Yeah, everything looks okay. Mounting screws, the inlay work. Moving to the lid, you know, it's not without its defects. You know, considering the age of this piece, it's not surprising to see that. Let's start with the inlay work up top. Beautiful color, man. It's really got, it's a striking inlay work. It seems to be in perfect shape too. Moving on, string inlay. String inlay looks okay, and we have some veneer missing right here. Ooh, more veneer here, and I believe, what do they refer to that? Aging cracks, you know, over time. The wood gets dry, you know, and it expands and contracts, and these cracks, you know, form, especially right around that seam around the string inlay. I've seen it before, not that uncommon, again, considering the age of this piece. Moving on, moving on. Here's some more veneer right there. More veneer here, and another aging crack. Those are rather unsightly and a flaw as far as I'm concerned. Other than that, it appears to be, that's pretty much appears to be it. The sides again are very dark, as they should be. I suspect this one was made by Griner. Let's open it up and take a look. The tune sheet. I would consider it to be in excellent condition. You know, some moisture damage there, you know. That happens over time. Let's take a closer look at this tune sheet, because there seems to be some question about the tune sheets too, and when they were made and who made them, so on and so forth. The tune list and the writing is perfectly legible and actually in great shape, considering the age of this piece. Serial number is 11566. According to the books I've read, That would make it manufactured by Greiner somewhere in the neighborhood of 1867, 1868. Again, take that with a grain of salt. If anybody wants to chime in, go ahead and respond. Yeah, the moisture marks and all that. That's about it. The corners are all still really nice. All the songs. Okay, I'm not an educated man. I only speak English, and forgive me for that, please. But looks like Creation, Cavalier. It's a 6-melody box, again with a reed organ accompanied with it. Creation, Cavalier. I'm not even going to try that one. I would assume William Tell, maybe. I'm not trying that one either. The Guards Valse or False or something like that. 11566. That's a pretty low serial number. And it's also on the handle right there that I could see. Oh, it's probably somewhere else in the box as well. This decoration up top, I own other boxes like this with reed organs and drums and castanets and bells and stuff like that. And usually, most of the time, what you see is red silk inside of these. I guess you consider them vent holes, for the sound of the reeds to travel through the bottom of the box, because the bellows is mounted below. They appear to be burlwood veneer. And maybe, perhaps, this is an original application. Like I said, you normally see like red silk. These may, in fact, be original. Something I wasn't aware of. But anyway, you got your change repeat switch. You have your stop and play switch, all typical of music boxes. The inner door glass, no cracked glass. Appears to be okay. I think it's the original glass. It's got that wavy pattern to it. Let's open it up. It's got, like a very dark red mahogany inside. It's actually beautiful. And I think maybe some guys put the silk inside these vent holes, that red silk, to kind of give it some contrast. But I'm not sure if that burlwood veneer is original application or not. There again is some vent holes, to allow the sound of the reed organ to come through. Let's see. What I do know about this box is the mainspring is set. It is very tight and very apprehensive. I only played this just once prior to shooting this video, and I'm apprehensive about operating this mainspring. It needs to be replaced, plain and simple, period. The only flaw in the combs is it is missing one tooth tip right there. That's about it. Dampers. I didn't hear any damper noise, and I haven't looked at them, so I don't, I'm assuming they're all there. It's a pretty clean sound, good tone, good clarity coming out of the combs. The reed organ, I believe, is a 16 reed organ. The last time I looked at the bellows, the bellows and the reservoir had old leather on them, and the prior owner claimed that he had some bellow work done. I doubt it, because that leather looks very, very old. All the reeds are working properly. With that said, all the reeds are working. There is some tone coming out, but not as much as I would like to hear. So, with that said, 95% of the time, the bellows need to be recovered, on these. So, he also gave me some other information, too, and some photographs with a signature of Joseph Bremond, dated 1893, but we'll get to that in a second. I'll see if I can list those photos of that signature that the previous repairman pulled off of the bellow assembly. So perhaps a repair date, but I think Joseph Bremond is a significant name in the music box world. So with that said, let's go ahead and play it, and I'll try and keep it wound up so we can get some good action out of the bellow, so you can hear the reed organ work. So here we go. not bad. It's not bad at all. You know, perhaps with a new mainspring, you might get better action out of those bellows. It might improve the tone of the reed organ. That's a possibility. I mean, you know, if I was going to do it, I'd just recover the bellows. You know, it's not that difficult. So, most important part is it is functioning and operating correctly. The reed organ assembly, it's complete and intact. That's very important. I'm going to shut it off at this point. I hope you got a good audible example of it. I'd like you to hear it. It's a beautiful box. It doesn't need a terrible amount of work to complete this box. And it's a really nice piece. They're kind of harder to find with the reed organs. They're not often found as your basic music box. So my battery's running low on this camera, so I'll try and finish this up. The previous owner told me that there was a signature of Joseph Bremond dated 1893 in New York, and he appears to be, you know, a significant figure. You know, a guy of stature and recognition and significance in the music box industry. I decided to open up some books and find out apparently he was responsible for, you know, some kind of helicoidal patent that Junod offered him to buy out the patents that Bremond designed. I'm not sure if it's the same Joseph Bremond, perhaps the same family maybe. What else? There's also some literature referring to the Bremond collection. That's very small, but where is it at? The Bremond collection out of New York, again with New York. I believe that Joseph Bremond was the father-in-law of another Bremond family member. She was the daughter-in-law of Joseph Bremond, and she was once president or vice president of the MBSI, Music Box Society International. Another reference to him, or the Bremond collection would have been right there. Bremond New York collection. And one last piece. I'm sorry, I don't want to bore you here, but it's this kind of stuff that keeps my interest, you know. Right there, Joseph Bremond went to USA with Messrs. Paillard in 1883 as a comb tuner, nephew of Adrian Bremond of St. Croix. So, like I said, a significant figure, I think, in design patents and